in New Orleans. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Snyder. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Back to throw. Snyder. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Snyder. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy. And what they're doing early in this game.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. Cook. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Cook is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive is 6 on the scoreboard.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you sort of notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
It's 3rd and 1.
From the gun on 3rd down. Snyder, and that will be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, here's the run with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the delay of game penalty backs them up. It's now 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's the former Buckeye Pete Warner getting the sack. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snyder. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Saints 0.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Snyder. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Saints had 11-5 on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Snyder. Caught left side. Bennett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Trying the left side with Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on 1st down. Snyder finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Snyder. Buying. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Daniil Hunter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Daniil Hunter drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Left side, Cook. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Cook has it, left side. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Looks good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
That's taken on the 25. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
A final shot before break. Snyder. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. Start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
60 yards on the ground for him so far.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 18 on the play.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap. to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Tries the left side and finds Olave. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Off the play fake. Snyder. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
A 53-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they doubled that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he had to have a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Slot man moves right. Now back to throw.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd down and 8.
He'll look to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, it's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. The Saints on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Snyder steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That third down conversion good for 23.
And that last throw is going to put him over the top. Boy, did you think we'd ever see this? He's over 5,000 yards passing now in this, his rookie season in the NFL. Incredible.
Well, we have seen a trend of college quarterbacks who threw the ball well on Saturdays come right into the league and play well in the NFL. But this type of a number, I'm not sure we could have imagined it. We're watching something really special here.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On 1st and 10, Snyder. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think we've hit that point in the game now where any score you get could be the one that actually wins it. So above all, you want to avoid a turnover that leaves you coming away with nothing.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Snyder. This is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whistles now and a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Saints will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Bucs with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got it with the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Derek Young
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Saints stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got the hook up with Conley. Touchdown! A great play there. 75 yards.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Saints 27, Vikings 17. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
To throw on 2nd down. Snyder, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Snyder. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Take it in at the 22. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Eric Armstead in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So this one a victory here